Damn. Greetings, Wanderer. This is Atlas here, and welcome to the Void. Today I'm going to be reacting and breaking down a song called 117 or 117 from the Halo 4 original soundtrack. This is one of the coffee personal requests that I had scheduled for this month. And this one comes from Friendly Elites, and the comment says, "Hey Atlas, your last breakdown I requested was very well done, and I'm glad I get to request another track from you. To celebrate Halo's 20th anniversary and the release of Halo Infinite this month, I would like to see your breakdown of one of my favorite tracks from the series. This was Master Chief's theme from Halo 4, track title simply 117. Well, thank you very much, Friendly Elites, for another request, and of course, your incredible support. Yes, it's incredible that it has been already 20 years of Halo being in the zeitgeist of video games, right? In the mythos of video games. Master Chief has already established himself like a key figure in gaming, in video games history, even, I would say. So this is very cool, and it's very fitting that this has been requested. I think I've never broken down any Halo track before. To a somewhat related kind of thing, I have done 2 Destiny tracks, which I'm going to be leaving in this card right here, but also in the description of this video. But I've never done a Halo track, so it certainly the 20th anniversary seems very fitting to do that. I am fairly acquainted with this franchise because I did play the first game, and I thought it was a fantastic game. And I did play a little bit of Halo 3, but it was like a multiplayer kind of thing. I didn't play the game, like the campaign and whatnot, which is the thing that I enjoyed the most about Halo when I played it back in the days. But before we begin, I would like to invite you to listen to my latest track, which is a BERSERK inspired track called Conceived in Blood, which is the song that you have been listening in the background of the intro of this video. So if you like what you hear so far and you would like to listen to the full song, I'm gonna leave it in this card right here, but also in the description of this video, okay? I'm gonna leave it a link there. And with that being said, onward. Right, so this is going to be 117, or otherwise known as the Master Chief theme from Halo 4 original soundtrack. Boom. Okay. It already started with a snare sort of crescendo in the intensity of the notes. It's a very martial thing to do. That was nice. Jeez, this leitmotif is insane. I like how it alternated to the brass. Damn. Oh yeah. This part is so open. There's a lot of space, a lot of room in this part. Oh. No. This leitmotif is so insane. And that note there, it leaves it completely unresolved. And that builds the tension towards the next part. There we have it, that's it, right? Damn, that piano note at the end was so foreboding. But it gave it an actual resolution, in my opinion, to the song. Alright, this song has an insane leitmotif. The song has a lot of interesting arrangements, but like you can hear how much there's so much emphasis other than the normal on the leitmotif because it's so good. It's probably my favorite part of the track, but we're going to be talking more in depth about those things in the breakdown, so let's break it down. Okay, so for this particular breakdown, I am going to get a little bit of a feel of the song first, playing some things in my acoustic guitar. I want to focus mainly in probably my favorite part of the song, which was very much the leitmotif of the song, the main melody of it, and see, where the melody takes me and, what's the chord progression in it and so on and so forth. So let me get my guitar. Okay, so I've been noodling around a little bit with the guitar, and I'm going to play a little bit of the leitmotif or the main melody of the song. And it's not going to be 100% accurate, but I just want to get the feel of where the scale is going and whatnot, so let's go. Yeah, as you can hear, it's not 100% accurate, of course, but that's probably the main scale in which it is, which sounds to me like it's at the beginning it's like a major scale, but then, like at this part, that note right there, that note changes it completely because it's like a minor thing going on in there. So at first it starts, kind of swooning and kind of uplifting, but that particular note right here, like, that note changes the character of the whole leitmotif and gives it this sort of unresolved tension building kind of thing, which is pretty cool. Now I'm going to play a little bit of the chord progression that is, accompanying the leitmotif. So I was noodling around also a little bit with the guitar, and I think I came up with something that sounds for the most part accurate. So let's hear it. So yeah, it's a fairly simple chord progression, as you can see, and it's basically what is it? This is C sharp, yeah, C sharp, B, F sharp. That's like the first part, and then it's A, B, and F sharp. I think that's basically it. I don't know if there's a variation in coming parts, I can't remember, but that's basically it. I was about to do like a Metallica thing there. Alright, so now that I got a feel of the song, literally, I gotta say, like, the leitmotif, now that I played it hands-on, let's say, it's even more beautiful than I thought it was, because honestly, that, you know what happens is that you're supposed to make your leitmotif like the most memorable part of your song, because that's the hook of the whole track, you know, in especially in orchestral compositions and whatnot that are, you know, tradition. It has like a more traditional approach to composition, and obviously this being the basically the unofficial, you could say, Master Chief track, it has to be insanely memorable. It's the main character of the video game, right? So I think in this particular case, the composer was able to achieve that tenfold. Like the leitmotif is fantastic, the way it is executed in the strings and in the brass, and how they interpret that in unison is absolutely incredible. This song would be nothing without that leitmotif, because, well, you could argue that for any particular song, obviously, especially if you're making a song for a character. But what I mean is that the storytelling behind the leitmotif and how it is it is composed, how the melody is composed, and having like that note there at the end that gives you this foreboding, unresolved feeling towards the song. Those little kind of things, you know, that note. Notice that it's just one note. It's just one note in the scale, you know, in the melody. But that note changes drastically how you feel about the track and how you feel about probably Master Chief's journey into the song, because that note is what gives the melody this transition towards a more foreboding, instead of this kind of honorable, uplifting kind of feeling, to this more of a foreboding, unresolved kind of thing. And that's what actually builds so much of the tension of a song, because it's just one note. And then obviously you have the other transitions that are actually magnifying that, because they seem to be building up to something else, but then they come back. I think, if I remember correctly, after the transition comes, that kind of has this sort of build-up kind of composition in it, you know, whereas there's a more instruments involved and there sounds that has more energy. Then it comes back to the leitmotif and gives you this sort of feeling that is sort of uplifting, but then it comes the ending note and then it comes back again. So it's like a cycle of, you know, building the tension, releasing it a little bit, and so on and so forth, which obviously it's a fundamental part of any composition, that you want it to have some sort of conflict. And obviously you want to have that in this particular soundtrack, because or this particular song specific, because it's the main character of a song. You know, we also have like the martial element in the percussion, you know, in the snare, but that gets there's a complementary layer to it, of course, which is the whole synthetic arrangements that are in the song, the drum samples and so on and so forth, and the synthesizers. That gives the song the edge of, you know, being science fiction, you know, in the future, you know, all that stuff. But certainly the track has to not only that's not like the main element that the song has to communicate. In my opinion, the main thing that it has to communicate is Master Chief's journey, you know, where he is now, where is he going for, which is actually unresolved, because at the end of the song you hear that soul piano key that gives the song sort of an ambivalent resolution, in which it's like a foreboding ending, you know there's something that comes next, but it's not necessarily something pleasant. That's what I'm trying to say. So the song is basically it has an ending per se, but it's trying to tell you like what's coming next, and what's coming next, it's not going to be good. Like it's there's trouble, there's going to come trouble, you know. But also this is the fourth entry in the series, I think. So you have a previous story with Master Chief. So obviously Master Chief being this mythical, legendary character in the game, and he's like the paragon of humanity, if you will. Because he's in the he's like the spearhead in the fight in this universe, in the Halo universe, apologies. He's a soldier, first and foremost, right, that goes into these impossible missions, and of course that is imbued in the leitmotif and also the martial element that there is in the percussion, and obviously having the brass like as a supporting role for the most part. In some specific parts it took more of a spotlight, but for the most part I would say that it's very complementary to who the character is, where he has been and where he's going to. Or what he's about to face, more than likely in the game, because I think the storytelling is absolutely perfect in the song, and the leitmotif is just ear candy to my ears, to be honest. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it with your friend. Also, please don't forget to visit my Patreon, my Ko-fi profile, and my Ko-fi store in case you want to support my work further, and my Teespring merch shop. And of course, ex nihilo nihil fit.